see how long you can stare into the sun. We're at Rock Creek, Zirconia, North Carolina. Jury's out on if Zirconia is like actually a town or not. We have yet to discover that. And we're here for the Downhill Southeast. Haven't ridden a downhill bike since 2019. Haven't really ridden this one either, so why not go to a race? All right. As a junior and even as an elite, I really struggled when I had to go race World Cups, like in Europe. It was based on where I lived. It was hard to get downhill bike time. So, you know, it's winter, I wouldn't really get to ride my bike. And then I wouldn't get to race before I'd go to these World Cups. Like maybe I would get to do the Northwest Cup. Both the UK and Europe have way more local and national level races, especially compared to North America. Funny, I was like saying to Nico, like, we always complain about our lack of racing or something, but we haven't really done anything about it. And so it's very admirable that, you know, Nico has done this, and, you know, it's pretty cool and pretty special.
So when I first started the Downhill Southeast series, my goal was to just create some preseason races for myself and Luca and Dakota and Chris Grice, who's all riders from this area, to do without having to go to New Zealand or somewhere else to race preseason. Like, we have really good climate and really good tracks here in the southeastern United States. Like, it was all to make it a better practice race for us. And if we could get more people to come, then we could do a better job of it. So that was the motivation in the beginning. The more people that do it, the more resources we have to do a good job and have good tracks and have good races.
This feels like the first track walk of my life.
Did you spend some time on the new bike yet, the downhill bike, or?
Today.
Really? No way. No way.
You know. Thinking through the guts. Even just this thing is like designed to like have you kind of like unsettled before you go into like a drop or a rock garden or something, you know? Like, it's very like thoughtful. It's cool. You can tell like the way that Nico has done these things, it's to prepare and mimic these like more advanced races. And just talking with the kids, I think they're aware of it.
Well, yeah, Downhill Southeast does it really well because, you know, Nico sets it up. I'm guessing he takes what kind of happens at a World Cup so that everyone else can experience that.
They set up one, there's like fast riders and you get to like progress, like there's good competition.
I think that this community pushes everybody to be a way better rider.
I feel like I've gotten a lot better on like, you know, having like a nice level mindset into the weekend, you know, like Friday just work on line choice, Saturday work on building speed, and, you know, race day, so.
I don't know, I feel like there's other race series that happen, but they don't have like big riders come to them. This race series, it's like so many World Cup riders.
It's like progressing with everybody is a really fun feeling.
Look at the line!
Dude, that was awesome. Okay, everybody, this is the line for the race. That's the tire work.
Drop in.
Go.
The
double drop section.
Oh God. That one hurt.
I feel like I'm having more fun right now than I'm in practice.
I'd say the hardest thing about creating the series is that we didn't have a scene to start with in the Southeast. We had like really good terrain, cool places to ride, but we didn't really have many bike parks or necessarily like downhill spots, and not that many people owned a downhill bike. So it was challenging when like me and Luca were training to go race the World Cup.
Yeah, it's been crazy to see it grow, honestly. Like when you see a turnout like this weekend, it's kind of warms my heart. So yeah, it's awesome.
My hope for American racing is that we have more up-and-coming kids and more people to carry the torch.
Progression is crazy. Like I remember like growing up racing mountain bikes, like it wasn't really a kid's sport. Like I was lucky I had Walker. Like it was just always the two of us riding together. And like if I didn't have at least one person to ride with, I probably would have, you know, done something else. But now I really feel like it's like, I don't want to say a team sport, but there's so much more of like a camaraderie, and there's so much like the Groms have like all their friends that they go ride with, and I think that is so cool. And it's obviously like helping a lot, because you see some of the like 14, 15, 16-year-old kids who aren't even old enough to race juniors yet. They smoked me yesterday, so it's like, it's kind of like a little scary, not gonna lie.
Super cool, like you can come here and support the event, but also just like see what these events are doing for junior kids that are coming up. But then it's also giving me the opportunity to race again, and like I wasn't ready to like do a World Cup by any means, you know. Tomorrow I gotta race like one of the fastest like junior women in America, and you're like, that's gonna push me, and like hopefully me being there will push her.
Every year, you know, you go away in the winter and try things, try to get better, and you don't really know if it pays off until you get on the clock, so.
And Miranda just now getting back on the downhill bike for the first time in quite a while. And here is Luca Shaw, definitely a man that could be on pace for the win today. Asa Vermette down to the line, and Vermette will do it. There he goes to soak it all up on that podium, sharing it with Luca Shaw. We'll finish in third place, and Erin Gwent, see what it comes to at the line. She's lost a little bit of time, but she's green. Miranda Miller gonna take the win. Maho Montoya in third, Riley Miller in second, and Miranda Miller taking the win here at round number 2 of the SRAM Downhill Southeast at Ride Rock Creek.
Yeah, so kind of exciting. SRAM and I teamed up to do like a giveaway for the fastest men and women's amateur time.
Couple boxers, 500 cool ones for fastest amateur men and women.
So let's bring up the fastest time from our amateur women from this morning. And she's taking home a brand new.
Can we help you?
Good word. I promise I have real money, not just that. Yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Here.
Happy birthday.
Oh. I remember being a young rider and like everything helped, you know? You're trying to save to go to the next race, things like that, even give that $500 for gas money, food money for the weekend. It makes a huge difference.
All right, don't spend it all in one spot.
Actually, I might. I need a new phone.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, we could have started an Enduro series or like a stage race or something to like make the most money in entry fees. But like, I love downhill, and I wanted to make a downhill series that was just like legit. Not necessarily like appealing to the market, but what I think is the most legit downhill race. And to see it like grow into being this big with that mindset to start with is super cool.